roll.
No, I knew, like, paying $35 for Best in the World last night was not going to be a thing. As much as I would have liked for it to have been, nah. I've never paid for a Ring of Honor pay-per-view.
It's one of those lists that have shit
not
to
this
do.
day and age.
I thought it'd be
pirate that shit.
fun. Yeah.
Okay.
So it wasn't their first. I don't know. I wonder if maybe holding them back. I wonder if maybe they held back because obviously Kushida has New Japan responsibilities.
Of course.
And I mean, like, Cody Rhodes in 8 days is wrestling Okada.
Right, for that though. So within like a week's time frame, he could be the Ring of Honor champion and IWGP champion, which I think is amazing.
Oh, I think it's awesome. I think great for him, especially considering, since he's been able to take the handcuffs off, his matches, promos, everything have gone through the roof.
Absolutely.
I mean,
he finally, like, that status that I put up yesterday that, it's okay to not give a shit.
Right.
I think that button has finally hit with him.
Yeah, he hit that button and he's ran with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I even like the whole instead of going by.
That is a hubcap flying across the road right there. Did you see that?
I saw that. Where's the rest of the car?
That way.
On 3 wheels.
Yep, all 3 wheels. But yeah, he did. He hit that I don't give a shit button, and man, he is just...
Yeah, that became one of those, I'm going to do this, fuck everything else.
Yeah.
I mean, I even like the whole take on, instead of being the American Dream, like his dad, the American Nightmare.
Now, my question about that whole match between Cody and Christopher was what busted Cody's lip. I didn't quite watch, like, close enough to see what it was that busted him open.
I'm trying to remember.
Because that was a nice big blood spot that he had on his wrist hair.
Well, I bled all night. I think he had to probably get some stitches.
Did you not see the photos where he got like 3 or 4 stitches?
Oh, no, I hadn't seen those.
Yeah, he posted up on Twitter where he went to like a St. Francis or something of somewhere, and yeah, he ended up getting like 3 or 4 stitches, but he had the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight title across his lap while he was getting it. So that was like amazing.
Good, well played.
Yeah,
well
absolutely.
played.
Didn't even make it out of the driveway. No, we didn't make it out of the driveway. No, we started quickly.
That's how we roll. But, yeah, I think it was a kick. I'd have to look at it again.
Probably.
Sure.
It's just like, I'm trying to remember, because I just watched it, like I said, this morning. Somebody, of course, already has it up on Facebook for you to watch. So
yeah,
that's where I watched it.
I noticed that when I saw the promo after.
Yeah, and I've still not seen that. So like, as soon as we get somewhere where there's Wi-Fi, because I'm not using up my minutes to watch it. No, that's not what I do. I'm going to find some Wi-Fi, and you were going to find that for me.
Yeah,
watch that.
He totally.
Because apparently there was a nice revival spot in that.
There was a revival spot, yeah. And there was the whole, being the free agent, Ring of Honor should be proud to have him because he upholds honor because he's not the steroid guy.
Right. And if there's anybody that is like potentially watching this right now, if you guys can quite find it, share it with us where the fuck the revival started. And like share that with, because I've not seen that.
Yeah, that is apparently Cody Rhodes' like new thing. Like everybody knows he's gonna do it. I don't know does anybody know how it started?
Yes, somebody please share that with us, because I want to know where the fuck the revival started.
Like, yeah, it's a thing. Like, it's a definite thing.
Yeah,
because like saying fuck the revival.
I see so many memes just pop up everywhere, especially from this one like Caleb Carter kid or whatever. He is always posting up stuff in like these stupid groups that I randomly get added to, and like it's always like a meme of some sort, and then at the bottom of it, the very last thing that's said is fuck the revival. And it's like, why? They're one of the best tag teams out there right now.
I'm thinking it's got to be something where he shot an idea. The only thing I think of, and they're like, they thought, no, that's stupid, and then they went and used it with somebody else. That's the only thing I can think of.
But see, with Cody making this a thing, now that Dash is back and his jaw's fine and everything, What do you think they could do as a rebuttal? Because we know that New Day and the Elite are able to go back and forth. They've worn each other's shirts out, you know, on TV and everything else. So, what could the Revival do to get back at Cody for this?
I don't think there's anything they can do. Because Cody has gone so anti-everything else, anti-everybody else, which I have no problem with.
Nope.
By all means, do it, run with it. That's who you are, that's what you think. Do it. I don't think, one, that they could get the clearance to do it. At the same time, I don't think that they want the rebuttal, because I don't think they want what Cody will do next. You know?
But here's the thing. In this day and age, now I'm sure they are probably doing everything that they can possibly do to keep it kayfabe. You know, but do you think it's legit?
I think whatever Cody's saying is legit.
Just by tone and posture at the time?
I think he's at a place, and he knows he's at a place. It's kind of like CM Punk when he did the Cabana podcast. I can say what I want.
Yeah, you got that free reign.
And you know, he didn't do it right when he first went to the independents. He has security now.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, he just main evented one Ring of Honor World title. He's main eventing IWGP. I mean, he hit fucking Rainmaker in the Ring of Honor match.
Yeah, that he did. He hit the Rainmaker on him. Yeah, absolutely right.
So,
he hit a Rainmaker and an RKO.
Yes. So I think it's literally the fact of he knows he has the security now. He's got the job security, money security. He can do exactly what he wants to do.
That give a shit button.
Yeah. I'm in a place where I can do it. You guys, it's not going to affect my money. It's not going to affect where I can go outside of this place, which I don't have any aspirations to go to
right now. Right. But me and Sarah, we were talking about this, I think it was either last night or today, but it always seems that, like, once one of those guys gets let go, and you can bring this up about Jinder, you can bring this up about Drew,
right,
and a couple others, it seems like once they get let go, there's about a 2-year cycle where they come down here on the independents, do what they want to do, prove themselves or whatever, and then come back. Do you think this is something Cody's doing?
No, I think Cody, because I've heard the stories, because I know people that were there when Devitt got to NXT.
Yeah.
He said, I'll be in NXT for a year, and I'll go to the main roster. If not, fuck it, I'll go back to Japan. You know, and with Kenny Omega, I don't want to go there. I make money here. I make more money here.
Right.
You know, I can stay here and do this and do what I want to do, as opposed to going there and being told what I'm going to do. I think Cody he's kind of hit that status of like a Kenny Omega, of a Young Bucks, of a Briscoes. I don't have to go there. I'm bigger now than I was when I was there,
and I don't have these restrictions on me or a tight leash. I guess
exactly. There's not someone's going to put a, you know, if they try to pull a leash, okay, fine, I'm just going to go here then.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think he's in that situation. You know, like with Jinder wasn't going to go anywhere else.
What else was he doing?
He wasn't going to go to Ring of Honor. He wasn't going to go to Evolve. He wasn't going to go to New Japan. Same thing with a Drew McIntyre, Galloway, whatever you want to call him.
Dude, he was killing it down here. Whenever he got let go, he had 8 championships. Whenever he got let go,
the only meaningful one, what would have been Impact, is that Grand Champion stupid shit.
I mean, he had that. He had Evolve. Did he get PWG?
PWG? No. Zack Sabre Jr. had PWG.
Okay.
I think still does.
He probably does. I didn't quite know if he ever got it, but I mean, like, he got. I mean, I remember seeing a photo, and he was like Ultimo Dragon in the dadgum thing. And it's like,
but he's still in that. But he was in that phase. He was already institutionalized. He wasn't going to do Ring of Honor. He wasn't going to do New Japan. He wasn't going to work.
Well, he did do New Japan, right?
Not
once, didn't he?
I don't think so.
No?
No, I don't think so.
I thought he did.
And even if he did, he might have done it once. I mean, it's probably one of those things where he didn't like the style, or shit, these guys work great. I need to get out of here.
Very well could have been. Could just be a water test, be like, you know what? Done it.
Right. You know, his leaving, I think his whole goal was to get back because that's where he wanted to be.
Of course.
So
That's where everybody really wants to be.
Not everybody.
No,
not
not everybody. But for some folks that have been there and have left,
that's where they want to get back to,
yeah, because they kind of appreciate what they had. And
if
some would say how easy it was.
I don't think like a brand necessarily wants to go back there. At the same time, I don't think brand can go back there. Mm-hmm. But you know, if you say who your ex-wife is, which oddly enough, he put her over recently in an interview. Says she's the best female wrestler that enjoys watching her matches. That's good. Yeah.
And see, you know, you talk about those kind of things, and then you always have to bring up, like right now, with Zack Ryder dating Chelsea Green. You know who that is? Laurel Van Ness down there in TNA?
Yeah.
The crazy broad and like the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, which, that's not necessarily the issue. I think, you know, I don't think that their divorce was a pleasant one.
Oh, I have no doubt. It's just like that. Just like how awkward do you think?
I'm impressed Mickie James is back.
Yes.
I in turn don't. You know, will they let her husband go though? Will they bring him in? You know. And does that?
And do you think that that's kind of a thing between Zack Ryder and Laurel right now? Because that's the thing that I'm kind of like following a little bit. I don't want to say like closely or anything by any means, but after watching, you know, I'm with Spud yesterday, and it was the Chelsea Green one. I'm like, okay, I went and watched a couple matches over it. I mean, she's not bad, and then I watched that whole wedding thing that she had going on. I mean, it wasn't good, but like the build up of it wasn't really good, but the blow off was amazing. The wedding ceremony and everything.
Oh yeah, no,
you've seen all that coming. But they executed it very well. It was one of the best things they've done since the broken stuff.
But that company's in so. But the broken stuff wasn't them. No matter what they want to say.
Absolutely not.
And that company's in so much upheaval. I mean, like they just cut 3 agents because they weren't quote unquote Jeff Jarrett guys. Like Shane Helms got cut because he's close to the Hardys.
Yeah, of course.
You know, Al Snow got cut. So hey, guess what? Rocky Mountain Pro guys.
So who
your Impact hooked up, Matt Yaden. Got fired.
I knew Al, and I knew Shane got let go. Who was the other one?
Oh crap. Shit, I might have to look it up. I don't remember now off the top of my head.
Because I
should remember. I wasn't. But then the agents they have are the agents they replace them with are goofy. Like Sanjay Dutt is now one of the agents, and to look over the X Division, and because of the fact, and he's the X Division champ, but it's because they can double as wrestlers and agents.
Of course, but I mean, have you ever met Zach Sawyers? Sanjay Dutt is like his favorite wrestler ever.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm like really joking. No, he calls him Sanjay Butt. He is not a fan of Sanjay whatsoever.
Let me find it.
Yeah, because I'm kind of curious to the third part, because I've seen where Shane kind of, you know, did his spiel talking about him and everything else, and then I seen, you know, Al, who was very, you know, pleasantry, so he didn't burn a bridge or anything along those lines.
Right.
I seen all that, but I didn't see anything about anybody else getting let go.
Right. There was I know there's a third one. Give me a minute. But I saw through all the stupid shit.
Sounds like my feeds.
Right. I tell you. Cody. Apparently he's impressed by Pete Dunne. Who? Cody.
Dude, Pete's amazing. I seen where he was going. He posed that photo where he had the elbow up to a baby he was holding.
Oh, yeah?
I'm like, yes, elbow the baby. Dude.
Campaign. Nobody's worried about what that baby's iron-like jaw did to my fist.
Man, you stupid baby.
5 more contestants. Mayweather.
And now, since, you know, kind of going towards Anthem now, I mean, how do you think this is going to affect Cody and Anthem? Because, I mean, I know his wife is still there, and I know he's still loosely there. I mean,
I think he's got an open thing. I don't think he's really worried about Anthem.
of course he's not.
I could be wrong, but I'm willing to bet he's making more money through Ring of Honor or New Japan alone than he is.
Probably New Japan alone. I'll be honest. I don't think he's making that much of Ring of Honor.
Well, they're not making a ton, but I mean, I'm sure he's
okay with it.
Yeah.
Or else, he wouldn't be there. And whenever they called him for that, you remember that one spot show that was just up here?
Right.
And what was it? Where was that? That he got called into. Because like somebody backed out or something happened, and they just called up Cody and be like, "Hey."
Well.
And then he's like, "Yeah,
well,
I'll be there."
And he was. Didn't he? Hasn't he done it, or he's going to do it? He's going to wrestle Elgin for Elgin's promotion or something.
Yeah,
like
up there in Glory Pro in a couple of weeks.
So I mean,
which that looks stupid stacked too, man. That looked real good.
Well,
look who's the owner and the booker, right?
Yeah, look who can.
When you're Michael Elgin, you can get just anybody you want.
Pat Kenny's the other one that got fired.
Who the hell's that?
I don't know. Somebody.
But no, that sounds familiar.
Let me see what I find.
Jesus, that sounds so familiar. Like I want to keep going to I know it's not Rico Constantino though. That's his
Sanjay Dutt and Abyss are going to be the new agents.
Oh, there's no big guys for Abyss to be an agent over.
Sanjay Dutt is apparently going to be in charge of finding top unsigned talent, rebuilding X Division, and I'm guessing Abyss is looking at everything else.
I mean, Abyss has been there since damn day one, and they ain't never left the place or nothing.
Right, but I guess he's supposed to be in charge, over everything else that's not X Division. But X Division is so wide, I mean,
Yeah, I mean, what are they going to do now since, Shane left? I mean, I know he was doing that stuff with Andrew Everett. And whatnot there. They were like a thing.
Well, no. Andrew Everett was already gone, and him and Trevor Lee were feuding. I guess just leave Trevor Lee on his own, which... I don't know. We'll see how that goes.
Because I did loosely see how that was.
Shane was kind of the mouthpiece.
A little bit.
So, they keep trying to, put over Trevor Lee being the Carolina caveman.
Yeah, they are. Has he started wrestling barefoot yet?
Oh, fuck. I hope not. Oh, God.
There's only one set of human beings, right now that are pulling that off, and that's Devin and Mason. Hooligans.
Yeah, they can do it.
They're pulling it off right now. And anybody Samoan, they're like...
They can do it.
Shit, I'm wrong. Matthew Riddle. He does barefoot.
Well, he's doing that because the whole MMA type
thing. He's doing the MMA thing.
Which, I mean, that's either barefoot or wrestling shoes, and so it works. I mean, you have opportunities where it can work. I got a buddy in Colorado that he wrestles barefoot, and I don't know why. See, it's not a bad thing, but it doesn't. I don't think it necessarily fits.
I would totally wrestle barefoot because it fits who I am, but I do not want to catch what's in some of those mats out there because Lord knows, ain't nobody cleaning them damn things properly like they should.
Yeah, like they mop them down.
No, nasty asses. Our nasty ass bumping and sweating and blood and everything else in those things. Ain't nobody cleaning that up. No. Nasty folks. Shoot, I remember...
that's why I shoot kick passes. I kick motherfuckers.
Yeah, I still wear wrestling shoes. Now, here's the point of contingency or something we can talk about. I heard that, up there in... This is the...
Points of contention. Is this going to be interesting? Because
Yes.
if not, we need to delete it.
I know, just delete it if it's not interesting. But no, this is a WWE story that I heard. And I can't remember where I heard it from. It might have just been a Facebook video of some, people talking about it. But I think it involved American Alpha. Apparently somebody's wearing shooter shoes up there. And they apparently got really pissed off because they were wearing shooter shoes and not wrestling ones. Because the person wearing the shoes didn't never legit wrestle like they did. So what is your point of contingency on that? How do you feel about it? Somebody who's never done legit wrestling before wearing shooter shoes out there and not boots over kick pads or whatever, like Jericho and a few others do.
Yeah, no, Jericho wears what boots?
He wears boots and kick pads
AJ
over.
wears boots with the kick pads over it, which to me would just feel weird. I don't get that, but whatever. And AJ, in case anybody's curious, was a legit wrestler. Was legitimately at one point training for the Olympics. You know, I don't know. Like, if you're out there and because you've seen a couple guys throw suplexes and you're trying to pull that gimmick, you know what kind of makes him mad? You know, Taz, to his credit, was never a legit wrestler, and he wore boots, even though like his shtick was like being this like submission
machine, the judo or whatever.
Yeah, you know, he went boots. I don't know, it makes me mad if you then try to go out there and try to wrestle, then I guess I'll scoodle her fucking ass.
Just because I wear shooter shoes on them because boots are too fucking expensive.
Boots are expensive. You know,
especially the kind that I want at least.
I personally, with the kicks I throw, I don't want to wear boots because I think it would severely. My shit hurts bad enough. I think it would severely hurt somebody if I had extra weight coming behind that.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. It seems like a stupid thing to be pissy over. It seems silly.
It is a little bit. You know, but like I can understand both sides of it.
Like that'd be like mad at Brock Lesnar because he's wearing like title boxing boots instead of wrestling shoes or barefoot. Yeah. Like, why? What's your issue? You know, now if they're trying to infringe on your fucking gimmick,
then that's one thing.
Yeah, if they're trying to infringe on your gimmick when you're a legit wrestler and they're trying to be a legit wrestler, then totally different subject.
Of course. But if that's not the case...
That's not the case, yeah, why are you complaining?
Yeah. It's just that was something I like, still kind of scratch my head about hearing that story.
That'd be like mad at Neville because he's wearing shooter shoes under his kick pads.
Yeah.
Why? Yeah, why?
Man, see, that's one thing. Like I can understand both sides.
Be mad at John Cena for wearing tennis shoes,
but does it fit the character?
What's his character anymore?
I don't. The free agent.
The free agent? Oh,
yeah, he's a free agent now.
See, he
can go to either show he wants to, Raw or SmackDown.
See, now the free agent thing fits with as much as he cheated on his wife with other female wrestlers before he was married.
He's definitely a free agent. That was for sure.
I mean, maybe not now.
No.
Who knows if he's doing that Nikki or not? Yeah. But the first wife.
That first one, though.
Terrible human being.
Man. But yeah, that's something I don't know why. I figured that'd be something we could talk about because like it's just been something kind of on the brain to talk to somebody else about.
Right.
Because I'd seen it and I'm like, okay, I understand where they could be mad because, you know, Chad, legit,
well, yeah, he made the Olympics and oh God, I forgot the other's name. I had a lot.
Jason Jordan.
Jason Jordan, I mean, great wrestler. I want to say, I think he took second twice.
Yeah, they both took second. They never got first.
Well,
because that was like the big thing at NXT.
Well, no, I thought Chad was I thought Chad was national champion and qualified for the Olympics.
It might have. Well, yeah, you're right.
But Jason, I think, had 1 year where he was undefeated or one lot, like really, really good, and ended up kind of screwing up and taking second.
Right. I know it was something pretty close because I remember like whenever they went for like that last NXT title run, like that was like in the big promo packages,
right,
and everything going up against the Revival and everything was how they got there, but they could never get it.
Yeah, you know. So I mean, but both legit high world class level wrestlers.
Yeah, absolutely. But to get mad because somebody wants to wear shooter shoes either to work out in or wear underneath, kick pads or whatever is a bit stupid to get mad at.
Yeah, so you get mad. Like even working out, now personally me, I like when I deadlift to be like barefoot or socks. But I know some people like to lift, especially deadlift some of those, and even some guys in competitions will use wrestling shoes because of how flat you can get your foot and how much pressure you can get off the ground.
Right.
So that'd be, you're gonna go bitch at the power lifters for wearing a wrestling shoe to lift in? I never heard Bobby Lashley once complain about a guy wearing wrestling shoes instead of boots. And now, he wears boots, but he world class caliber, trained for the Olympics at the Olympic Training Center wrestler.
He can get away with that.
But I've never heard him once complain about something like that.
I felt it be a little bit petty, and let's also look at it this way. I'm sure it's probably hard as hell to get kick pads over boots anyways.
Yeah, I don't think that's very easy. You have to have those specially made. I'm sure AJ has that specially made cut.
Jericho too. I mean, they almost have to.
Cape to Marion, hour and a half or 2 hours?
Cape to Marion?
Yeah.
I'd say it's about an hour and a half, maybe. Oh, there goes one of the titty bars. Woohoo!
Got the C Squad. Run the fuck away from that.
And that's the C Squad building too. That's the sad part. Called the Brown Bag.
That's a terrible name.
Oh, it's named that for a reason, for sure.
Yikes. Yeah, that's what they get Grimby over? Like, Arn Anderson had an incident where, like, Sid was over and stabbing him with scissors in a hotel, and they still worked in the same companies.
Yep.
That's something to be mad about.
Did they ever work each other after that? I'm kind of curious.
Yeah. Like, Sid, I think, at the time was a horseman.
At one point he was.
No, when that happened.
Oh. Yeah. God, dude, if that was, that'd be freaking hilarious.
I mean, I know they had some times where they both flopped in between WWE and WCW, but yeah, I mean, they worked together after that. I mean, yeah.
Oh, that.
Think about it. When Sid came back to WCW and one time had the world title, Arn was a road agent. So there's no way that they didn't have interaction.
Some sort of interaction.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I knew if they had, interactions and everything being behind the scenes, but I meant like in ring.
No, I'm almost positive they worked in ring after that, yeah.
So now we gotta find out, was Sid actually a horseman? Because I do not remember.
Yes, Sid was actually a horseman at one time. He was in War Games as a horseman.
Was it the Barry Windham, Ric Flair, Arn Anderson, and him? Was it that and JJ? Was it that 5?
I'm trying to remember.
Or was it whenever Luger was in there too?
No, I don't think he was there with Luger. I want to say he was either there with Windham or Windham wasn't there yet and he was with Tully.
Because didn't Luger get kicked out from Mongo?
No, Luger got kicked out way before that. Luger got kicked out like back in the 80s.
I couldn't remember.
No, he got kicked out. He got kicked out before he ever went to the East.
Mr. USA.
Yeah, he was kicked out way before that. Mongo replaced Pillman when Pillman left. Because you had Arn, Flair, Benoit, and Pillman. That's right, I said Benoit.
Yeah, we can talk about it. Isn't like today the day that he died? Isn't that today?
I don't remember.
I could have sworn, I keep seeing a lot of Benoit stuff pop up in my feed today. So.
Then Pillman left, and that's when Mongo got brought in. And then his wife turned out to be a terrible person.
Yeah, bro. Puppies and stuff. A turtle.
Toidle.
No turtle. Can't run over those. My favorite creatures. But
you're just hoping one of them's gonna grow up and be a ninja.
I just want to feed every turtle pizza and just see what the hell happens.
I'm okay with this plan.
Just buy and find every single turtle and just be like, come on, turn into a ninja. Please, turn into one.
There's some kid in Alabama who's done that like this.
Oh, hell yes. Absolutely. Terrible.
Roll Tide.
Yeah. Is that what they call drugs down there, Tide?
No, that's college football team, man. It's Roll Tide. That's
I know.
Crimson Tide. Don't hate on my football team.
I'm not hating. I'm just saying. They're all a bunch of idiots.
Some of them. That's why they struggle in the NFL.
They don't have the best sports teams. Is there even like a legit team coming out of that area?
No, the best sports team in Alabama is the college football team.
Is it because the state's so shitty don't want to go there?
I don't know. I did have a legit conversation though with my dad last year, and I'm like, okay, because Cleveland Browns are doing just so terrible. Cleveland Browns play the Crimson Tide football, college football team. Who wins? He didn't blink, he didn't breathe, he didn't know. The immediate answer, Alabama. He goes, really? Pros against kids? He goes, that's not a college team. That's a bunch of pro kids. I don't care what anybody said. That grown-ass man playing football and saying they're in college.
Now, we can't talk too much about the Cleveland Browns. Apparently, that's the Miz's favorite team because I watch Up, Up, Down, Down. He always uses the Cleveland Browns and apparently somehow always wins. But I think that's the only way that the Cleveland Browns ever win.
That's the only way they're going to win.
Yeah.
You know how the Cleveland Browns win? If I get Madden and I do a fantasy draft and redraft that whole team. They'll get Super Bowl. You know that's the only team in the NFL. They have not even made it to a Super Bowl.
Texans never made it yet, have they?
Texans ain't been around since the beginning.
Oh, we're talking beginning? Full circle beginning?
Yeah, like we're talking
okay.
wait, how long has the NFL been around? Like something like
they're on Super Bowl 40.
50. No, it was like 50, wasn't it? Just the last one was 50?
I think so.
Or 51? Yeah, the entire time there's been Super Bowls.
Jesus.
Cleveland Browns have never made a Super Bowl. And they've been around the entire time.
That they have.
Except for that brief time where...
Because it's always been them, and I know the Packers. They've been around since day one, and I think Dallas, right?
I think Dallas, I think Chicago. There's been some.
Yeah, because I think it's been Green Bay, the Browns, the Bears, and the Cowboys.
I don't remember what all the original... It's not necessarily like a big deal. Like with hockey, it's a big deal, the original 6.
Of course, absolutely. Because hockey's a man sport, right?
It is a man sport.
At least the candidates for sure declared a man sport.
It's the
only sport.
It's a man sport like everywhere. I mean, hey, them badasses in Russia play hockey.
Dude, yeah, but Russians are nuts.
They're crazy.
They eat a whole onion. They ain't even got to peel.
Yeah, like an apple.
Yeah, it's no. No. Mm-mm.
They make great vodka though.
That they do.
That's a man sport. See, now rugby's not a man sport because rugby, it is.
That's fake football, right?
No, it's like fake hockey. It's like we're scared to play rugby. We're scared to play hockey. We'll play rugby.
You say that's the one where they get like the stupid huddle or something.
Or no, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. Lacrosse is not a man sport. Lacrosse is for the people that are scared to play rugby and scared to play hockey. They play lacrosse.
That's the one with like the field sticks and the nets and they catch a little ball.
Yeah. No, rugby's awesome. Rugby's a man sport too.
Say that's the one where they're getting like that weird circle
scrum.
Is that what that's called?
It's called a scrum. Yeah, just sheer violence for the sake of violence.
I watch cricket. Cricket's a poor man's baseball.
Yeah.
There's no bases, and the ball has to hit the ground, and then
hit with like that funny little club.
Yeah, that little weird like long bat square thing. I don't know what it's called.
I'm shocked you watch cricket.
Just recently. And it's only because, I did just recently watch the original Ninja Turtles again, and of course, Casey Jones, as soon as he whoops Raphael's ass.
Oh, yeah, hits him with the cricket. Yep.
Yeah. Here, I'll teach you. Whack! Drops his ass right into a trash can.
See, this makes it better. I understand that.
Yes. That's the only reason why, because I'm like, okay.
Are you okay with Casey Jones in the new Ninja Turtles?
Him being a cop? No.
Yeah, see, I'm not okay with that either. Now, the person playing it, I was okay with.
Stephen Amell is amazing.
Yes.
But being a cop, that's a stretch. But I understand it and how it was portrayed and everything through Stephen. Amazing.
Yes.
He had, like, no bad parts, no bad lines, no nothing. Everything he did and was doing made perfect sense. But whoever came up with him being a cop, screw you.
Yeah.
It's not a thing.
And back to seeing how things come full circle, more proof on why I don't think Cody has any desire to go back to the E. Bullet Club paid announcement.
Oh, God, yes. Stephen Amell in it.
And Barry Michael Cole. That's Arrow!
Because Cody, he just recently, I remember him talking about, about Cody. It was a big story. Cody not getting paid at a show.
Oh,
yeah. Something. So the story was he had gotten called to come and shoot a quick spot for Arrow.
Okay.
Just a brief poof.
Oh yeah, he did like, it was small parts, but he did like 2 episodes for the last season.
Yeah, he did. So on one of the last shoots that they needed him, I mean, they only needed him for like maybe half an hour or some shit. So he was already sick. He did not feel good before he even went to go shoot this.
Gotcha.
So he's there. He's drenched in water. He's sick. It's cold. He has a show that night too.
Right.
So he's like, man, one, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to catch a flight, if I'm going to be able to get there in time. I would do everything I can to get there. You know, please, you know, let at least fans know that I would do everything I can to try and get there, blah, blah, blah. But I just want to give you a heads up that I might not. Well, sure enough, with him telling like the promoter that or whatnot, he just goes on just this apparent like tirade or some shit.
Oh.
Yeah, the promoter does. So Cody ends up being able to get out of there, get a flight, and actually get to the show.
Right.
And the promoter don't pay him.
Oh, fuck that. That's an ass whooping.
Cody wasn't even pissed. He wasn't mad at all. So, like, he was just mad that, you know, the promoter sit there tried to bury him.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, dude, that wasn't the case. I told you we had been in consistent contact.
Yeah.
About this.
That's jacked. It's not like Sabu, like, hey, I'm going to Japan, screw the pay-per-view.
Yeah. It wasn't that at all. No. It was shitty.
And see, I still had MMA, and I was fighting up in Wisconsin, and had a promoter try to pay with a check. Nope. Nope. No. We're going to cash this right now. It's 11 o'clock at night. I don't care. The hotel ended up having to cover the promoter's checks and give us cash. He never did another show again, so I'm thinking them checks didn't go well.
Yeah, them probably bounced for a little while.
Yeah.
They probably bounced for a lot of while. Because, man, I've told this story on numerous, like, podcast stuff I did with, like, this one fucking guy that booked Rikishi, Brian Christopher, Jerry Lawler, Bobby Eaton, both guys from Rock and Roll Express.
Oh, damn. Funky and who? Huh? Funky and who?
Yeah. So, he expected to pay all those guys off the gate.
Oh.
Jerry Lawler by himself was $5,000 just to show up.
And he thought he was going to get it off the gate.
Uh-huh. He sure did.
Guess that didn't work out very well.
Rikishi and Brian Christopher pulled him into a closet.
Oh.
They stripped him naked. They proceeded to pull anything they could out of this electrical closet and try and shank him with. Whenever that didn't work,
I was in Colorado and almost beat up a guy for Rikishi.
Trevor Murdoch was there too. I forgot about that. And it was his first match back after a surgery too. So see how that went over.
I was in Colorado and Rikishi was there, and they're working the same show. And some dude like somehow got in the back, tried to start shit with Rikishi.
Idiot.
So about beat his ass for Rikishi.
Well, what they ended up doing with this guy after they stripped him naked and everything was they threw him out in the locker room. Now, mind you, this building that we were in, it was a old Kmart.
Okay.
So this person bought it, turned it into a giant flea market. Well, we rented off a quarter.
Right.
Our quarter just happened to be on the other side of bathrooms. Bathrooms all were on the other side of the building, but we had access to them. Brian Christopher's like, fuck that. No, I'm going to pee in this fucking big gulp I've got here.
Oh, shit.
That's what I'm going to do. So, after they stripped him naked, they threw his clothes over power lines, threw him out in the locker room, and just made him drink and then just pour the pee-pee all over him. And the funny thing about it is he's one of those guys who had to have those arm crutches.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because his legs were funky. He was like Jimmy.
Funky Monkey?
Yeah, he was like Jimmy from South Park.
Okay.
Yeah, except with like the bad lisp and not funny.
Right.
Yeah, Jimmy's actually kind of funny. But yeah, this guy, yeah, he got a pretty good one. Because he apparently tried to set up a... it was the only reason why I was even there. I wasn't booked or anything. Because Rikishi was doing the seminar. That's the only reason why I went.
I understand that.
I'm going to try and learn something from him. He's a big dude. I'm a big dude. Let's see what I can learn. So, Rikishi had no fucking idea about this seminar even being a thing. During the whole time the seminar's supposed to be going on...
He finds out after the fact? Yeah, oh, God.
Yeah, he does. He finds out after the fact. But listen to this shit. The whole time that... During the time frame that was supposed to be going on, he was next door eating at the bar.
Good for him.
Right? I'm like, shit. Because, like, all the guys just show up at once.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, where the fuck y'all been? This seminar is supposed to be going on, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, we've been next door at the bar. What seminar are you talking about? I'm like,
Oh, shit.
damn it.
You know what's nice about coming to Cape? This is where it pops. Like college ball.
Did he play for Southeast?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, he's SEMO alum. Fraternity and everything. Still comes to all the big events.
You know Kevin Hertzberger?
Mm-hmm.
He's an alumni over here, too.
Yeah, it doesn't count.
No, he don't count. Sorry, Kevin, you don't count, buddy.
Big Bird.
Yeah. Osby. Tom, you ain't met him yet. Or did you meet him at the last CCW show?
I met him
Vaguely.
actually. I met him at Stride Show, and then because they're
That's
building up to
right.
the match, and then
Yeah, with me before he got hurt. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's alumni over here too. There's quite a few guys that we know that are alumni, and I swear if this turn signal don't fucking turn,
Jesus.
Ugh. Ridiculous. Oh goodness me. I'm not even sure if there's anybody here yet, man.
I don't know.
We're gonna find out.
Fucking kick somebody's ass.
Yeah, there's cars.
Oh, good. Find some information.
Bump. Oh my God! Hold on. Get your phone.
What?
Take a picture of that sign right there. That sign says bump and has an Andre the Giant face on it.
Zoom in. Zoom in.
Somebody is a genius.
Got it.
That is amazing.
It is Andre's sticker.
How is it?
Hey, boss. Come see this.
Have you ever heard the one where he pissed on Dusty?
Yep.
That's one of my favorite freaking stories
I've
ever.
heard about the almost fight with Bad News